Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. We have old friends in the studio today. It's Amy Brandt. She's a VP of Business Solutions from DuPage Credit Union. I have Nora Hickey. She's the Residential Lending Specialist Assistant Manager, also from DuPage Credit Union. You guys have been old friends and super supporters of the show, so welcome back.
Thank you.
Now we're talking something a little different today. We're going to talk about mortgages. And DuPage Credit Union, we know it for fine banking, but now we also think about mortgages. So tell me a little bit first about DuPage Credit Union.
Well, we've been in business for over 60 years, and we started here in DuPage County as a teachers credit union. So, you know, we've grown over the years to over 34,000 members, and serving more counties than just DuPage, although this is where our roots are. And in the last few years, we've really grown into a mortgage lender and increased our business and our services and, you know, what we can offer to the community.
Well, that seems just like a natural step for you guys. And tell me a little bit about the mortgage environment right now, Nora.
The mortgage environment right now has been very interesting. What we're noticing is we are still seeing people who want to refinance and take equity out of their homes because they're starting to see their property values come back. But what we're going to find in the spring, we believe, is it's going to become still probably more of a seller's market. So it's even more important that our buyers be prepared because there has been low inventory. So people who are interested in properties, they're not finding as much out there. So it's definitely time to be prepared because when spring hits, we definitely think there's going to be a surge in the market.
That's awesome. Well, that's good news for anybody wishing to change or needing to change. Amy, what's the difference between getting a mortgage at DuPage Credit Union versus, say, other lending options?
Well, quite a few things, at least from our perspective. We've been ranked the #1 credit union mortgage lender in DuPage, Kane, and Kendall counties for the last 3 years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we're proud of that. When you get a mortgage with us, you're working with a non-commissioned team of mortgage specialists, and, you know, service is #1 to us. Some other benefits are that, you know, we will work with you from beginning to end in the mortgage loan process, as well as you'll always make your mortgage payment to us, to your local lender. We won't sell the paper to some, you know, other lender where, you know, you're changing where you have to make your payment. So those are a lot of the top things. We have other programs that, you know, give our buyer some rebates or rewards to help them with the costs of their loan.
Right. Well, and it's all important. That sounds super. And you know, do you become a member of the credit union when you get a mortgage too? Does that all come together?
It's all part of the process.
Excellent.
Right.
Excellent.
So, you know, when you're ready to go down that, you know, home financing road, we just make the member piece just part of the process, and it's simple. That's
great, and I'm sure other offers of, you know, you can get checking and savings there as well.
Absolutely.
So full service. Nora, why is it a benefit to have DuPage Credit Union always be the one that holds my note?
Absolutely. So I think a lot of people are concerned about the actual mortgage process and getting the financing, but they don't consider what happens after that. There's a lot of things that still go into your mortgage. How do you make your payments? How do they get applied? What about property taxes, home insurance? So there are things that come up, and if you ever have a question or concern, what's nice is you call your local branch, whether it be Naperville or wherever you bank, and you can get your questions answered. If something happens, something doesn't get applied right, it's a simple phone call. It's a big deal. If you've ever had to deal with a credit card company or anywhere where you're trying to get a simple question answered, sometimes it's not that easy. But I still have members that I helped buy a house 5 years ago that just email me once or twice a year if they have a question, and we get it taken care of.
That's awesome. I think it's a great service because it's a large purchase. This is one of our largest purchases of our lives is a home. So we would want to have that one-on-one human contact that you guys offer. So that's super. As you talk to us a little bit about how competitive the market is, talk to me a little bit about the importance and the need for pre-approval and how you do that.
Absolutely. So one thing that we like to do, and we do a little bit differently at the credit union, is with a pre-approval, we really want to look at your financial picture and make sure that we're confident in what you qualify for. So as a buyer, you can go out and confidently make an offer once you find that house. And what we're finding in this market is once you find that house, sometimes you might have minutes to get your offer in before you're in a dual offer situation. And feedback that we've gotten from not only our members and clients, but also our realtor partners is if you have a pre-approval from DuPage Credit Union, we are known to make sure that our closings go smoothly. So other sellers and realtors do like to see that.
That's awesome. How do you help the first-time home buyer? Because the first time through is really a little bit nerve-wracking on so many levels, but especially on getting all the paperwork and finding out what you actually can handle.
Yes, so we do several things. One thing that we really like to do and advocate for is education about the process. So we encourage members who are thinking about purchasing, whether it's next month or 12 months from now. We like to offer seminars, different educational opportunities so that they can learn about the process. Because I like to kind of soak everything in, get information as I move through the process. So we have the seminars that they can go to. Once we have an application from a member, then they're designated a specialist. So then we walk them through the process, work with them. If they have questions, we're available for them. And then we also have a big processing team that does the same thing. So we want to make sure that we're always available for any question. There's no question too big or too small. And make sure that they are confident as they go through the process and feel like they kind of understood everything that was going on as they move through the process.
Amy, did you want to add something?
Well, and we offer different first-time homebuyer seminars or just home financing seminars that they don't have to be a member to come.
Great.
Again, it would be part of that whole mortgage process. And when people attend our seminars, we do have special offers where they could get a rebate on their application fee at closing and things like that. So we try and work with them to make it easier.
Right, try to encourage a little bit. Would the advice be that if you're thinking about beginning that buying process, to see you guys first and then start looking so you know what your price range is?
Absolutely. We definitely encourage that, and we find if you're working with a good real estate agent, which we highly encourage, and of course we have our realtor network as well, they're definitely going to want to make sure that you're approved and that you've been working with someone to make sure that they're not showing you something completely out of range, so we can all work together as a team. And that's another thing that the credit union really believes in, is we do partner with everyone in the process, because I always say it really takes a village to buy a home, because you have your realtor, your attorney, the seller, their realtor, your lender. There's so many people, and we make sure we coordinate everyone and come together to make it as smooth a process as possible.
So the first step for someone would be really just to stop in or call and make an appointment?
Yep, they can stop in, call, they can make an appointment. Sometimes they can just walk in. A lot of members just go online, whatever works best for them.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for stopping by and telling us about this exciting part of the DuPage Credit Union. We love it. We love you guys. Thank you for your sponsorship of the program. It's always nice to see you and find out what's happening in your worlds.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.